This is He Knows the Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. We keeping the foot on the what? On the next. We keeping the foot on the what? On the next. Now let's get on to the video, man. Vasiliy Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez. We're going to break this thing down, y'all. Here's the thing. When we look at this fight, we have to look at body language. I don't know how many times I tell you guys, this is an underrated thing in boxing. Body language. Body language tells you everything that you need to know. Vasiliy Lomachenko, via body language, ducked Devin Haney. He made that very clear. He wanted no parts of Devin Haney. That's a respect to Devin Haney and his ability, especially now with Devin Haney fell his damn ass up under the Mayweathers, looking crispier than a fucking three-piece. Let me say it again. Especially now with Devin Haney falling his ass up under the Mayweathers and looking crispier than a damn three-piece. Here's the cold-hearted, the unadulterated, the cutthroat kind of fashion. Lomachenko doesn't respect Teofimo Lopez because he understands the mindset that Teofimo Lopez has via his body language is a guy that's all bark, no bite. Let me say it again. All bark, no bite. Let me say it again. For the number 3 of confirmation. All bark and no bite. Here's the truth of the fact of the matter. Lomachenko always uses this parable when he's talking about lions and dogs. Do lions supper with dogs? Let me say it again. Do lions supper with dogs? They don't supper with dogs. Lions eat dogs. You know why he said that? And I'm going to break this thing out, get the notepads out, and get to the damn scribbling. Because he understands the mindset that a Teofimo Lopez has is tailor-made for him to do a boxing clinic on him. Teofimo Lopez is not going to work no damn body. Teofimo Lopez is not going to follow what we call a technical and fundamental sound style that's going to systematically break down the likes of a Vasiliy Lomachenko. He's going for the KO. This is very prevalent based on Junior Lopez. Who is this? Teofimo Lopez Sr. Teofimo Lopez's dad. The same dude that I got hot and bothered and like grits enough for him to respond on one of my community posts. Woo! He knows the sport, but I told y'all, man, I be throwing that visceral, that heat and that fire. And I keeps the foot on the what? On the next. I keeps the foot on the what? On the next. When I come after these motherfuckers, it's not because I'm trying to break them down. Just off of what I say on wordplay breaks them down by itself. What I said was so deep and profound. Let that marinate in the corpus callosum and in the cerebellum. Rehear me? Rehear me? Wow. What I say on wordplay alone breaks them down. But it's the cold-hearted, the unadulterated, and the cutthroat truth-telling fashion that's associated behind what I say that does the extra, basically keeping the proverbial foot on the damn necks. Because what happens is there's truth-telling in what I say. Remember, I'm the ultimate truth-teller on YouTube. I don't got time to be sitting here and basically bullshitting. I don't got time to be sitting here and being reverse biased, aka detracting and aka pandering with the nonsense. I'm here to see things for what they are and use the true boxing eye test. And the true boxing eye test tells me body language with Teofimo Lopez is a super duper hype job variation. All bark, no bite. All bark, no bite. Let me say it again for the number 3 of confirmation. All bark, no bite. Here's the cold-hearted, the unadulterated, the cutthroat truth-telling fashion. Vasiliy Lomachenko sees right through this. And all Vasiliy Lomachenko has to do is pick Teofimo Lopez's ass apart. That's it, y'all. This is not rocket science. It's about mindset. One guy has been under the bright lights quite a number of times. The other guy hasn't. And in boxing, these things make sense. And you got a whole bunch of super duper hype job fanboys. I get it. Because they just want Lomachenko to lose. They want somebody to knock Lomachenko out. And if that's why you're picking against Lomachenko, you're picking wrongly. And then you have others, they can't stand Lomachenko because of the comparison with Floyd Mayweather. And I understand that. I actually agree with that. Loma ain't no fucking Floyd Mayweather. Remember, I'm not high on Loma stock. His back foot is shit. He knows the sport, knows this boxing with the best of them, dog. And I know his ass ain't got no fucking back foot. And I know what type of fighter would expose him. a la Devin Haney, a la Shakur Stevenson, and a Tank would fucking literally tank his ass. Let me say it again. A la Devin Haney, a la Shakur Stevenson, and a Tank would literally tank his ass. Because they have what's called pedigree. They have what's called boxing ability. They have what's called being technically and fundamentally sound enough to get Loma in the back foot and keep his ass on that damn back foot and have him backpedaling the whole fight so that they can break his ass down. They can do that. But a Teofimo Lopez, he lacks the discipline. He lacks the experience. He lacks the wherewithal. He lacks the ingenuity in the ring to do this. And if you are just picking Teofimo Lopez because you want to see him rip Lomachenko's head off, then you're picking for the wrong reasons. I could see Junior Lopez telling Teofimo Lopez in the worst trainer iteration of, yeah, pick his ass apart like Roy Jones Jr. or pick his ass apart like Floyd Mayweather. Let me say it again. Pick his ass apart like Roy Jones Jr. Pick his ass apart like Floyd Mayweather. You go do that fuck shit against Lomachenko, who has the amateur pedigree background that he has, that has the experience that he has, and is the offensive front foot stalwart that he is, with his wizardry of using feints and angles. He's going to expose the likes of a super duper hype job variation. And then it's the experience factor of him fighting opponents that tried to work the body. They didn't make a full commitment, but they damn sure made enough of a commitment, and Loma was able to make adjustments. So you got to give Loma credit for this. We saw this in the Luke Campbell. He worked the body more than any damn body. We saw this in the Linares fight, and we saw this in the Pedraza fight. All of these fighters went and did enough of a commitment to work the body. They didn't do a full commitment now, but they did enough of a commitment to work the body. And Loma was still able, in his offensive wizardry of being a front foot dominant stalwart, and basically use feints and angles to fuck their ass up. And they just didn't know what was coming because he was throwing it and changing the direction and the acceleration on punches in so many different variations, so many different facets, and so many different forms, and it threw these motherfuckers off. And if Loma could do this to these guys who had more ring savvy, had more veteran grit, imagine Teofimo Lopez. See, I'm putting this in you guys' brain, and I'm having you guys visualize this, because you have to understand, Loma's letting you know the competition mentally is not at that level there to fight with him. And you guys remember how it works in boxing. You guys remember this cardinal rule in sports. 80% of the battle is here. 20% of it is actually done physically. Let me say it again. 80% of the battle is here. 20% of it is done physically. And in the 80% variation, when you have Junior Lopez saying, I said that Teofimo Lopez was going to take off Vasiliy Lomachenko's head 2.5 years ago. He's going to knock him out. He's going to make him quit in the ring. That's the game plan, to go in for the knockout. That's not going to work. Because when you're dealing with a ring savvy, experienced, offensive, dominant front foot stalwart like the likes of Vasiliy Lomachenko, going for the knockout is only going to get you embarrassed. This is the cold-hearted, the unadulterated, and cutthroat truth-teller fashion. I'm breaking this shit down like it's a fucking science. So get the notepads out and get to the damn scribbling. And like a turkey, gobble that thing up, man. It's about mental grit and mental wit here. And when you look at the way that Loma's built from a mental standpoint, and I'm talking about him as it relates to Teofimo Lopez, and you look at what you see in front of Teofimo Lopez, he's not worth. Because if Teofimo Lopez's best fighter to date is Richard Comey, whoo, let me say it again. If Teofimo Lopez's best fighter to date is Richard Comey, that in of itself kept the proverbial foot on the damn neck. We have a problem here. No. Like they say when the spaceship is going off. Houston, we have a problem here. Let me say it again. Houston, we have a problem here. You dodo heads, you brain full of mush and you brainwash followers. This video just basically summed up how that fight is going to go down. I keeps the foot on the what? On the X. I keeps the foot on the what? On the X. Bottom line is this. Like Loma says, lions don't supper with dogs. Lions eat dogs. This is Hino's Sport. Check it out.